it's down. I'm going to get that back up. What's up, everybody? It's the Grow Show. The doctor's in the house tonight. And so it should be a pretty good show this week. What's up, Lizzie Entertainment? Says Sesame Place was closed today due to a water main break. What's up, Coaster Box? Yeah, so this week, we're going to talk. I got a bunch of news stuff going on. What's up, John Cafaro? Oh, crap. I forgot to mail your box out today. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Totally forgot about it. I'm putting it in my car after the show. Yeah, John Cafaro here. I think that's how I'm pronouncing your last name. If I'm wrong, please correct me. He was the winner of the mystery box. And I'm going to put that in the car and then ship it on my way to work in the morning. Sorry about that. So you should probably have that tomorrow. Saturday. Totally forgot. But that's my bad. But I'll put it out there tomorrow. But anyway, so this week we're going to talk about different all kinds of news. We're going to talk about yesterday at Six Flags New England. Just a little tidbits updated about the Ace election, upcoming events, and whatever else that comes into what do you call it? Into the chat like usually every week. So as we keep going and getting into things and all that stuff, and we're also going to talk about Pintastic, the pinball show, because there is a new pinball machine that I bought at Pintastic, and let's see if I can show that. Yeah, it says Ace, and then you look at the back. It says American Coaster Enthusiast on the back with the what do you call it? The Harley Davidson kind of logo thing going on. But yeah, I bought this at CoasterCon. I like the shirt. Matter of fact, we wore these to the banquet. It was funny. Me and my oldest son, Devin, got the same shirt, and then Jeremy and Luco got the same shirt. We all four of us got the same shirt, but mine and Devin's is this color, and Jeremy and Luco's was red instead of black. What was it? Yeah, I think that's how it was. Yeah, American Enthusiast Coaster. Let me see if I can. I don't know how far this camera. Yeah, this camera might not go far, and I don't know. I gotta see if you could see what. You're probably going like, what the hell's going on over here? But hang on. There's a rhyme and reason. I don't know. I don't know if you can see, but you see Spider-Man, and then there's one next to it. And I can't really bring it over there, but the new machine that I got at Pintastic is Guardians of the Galaxy pinball that Stern put out, and it's fantastic and it's awesome. And actually, I didn't realize at first. My friend Dave said it, and then we looked at it. And matter of fact, it's sitting next to Metallica. Metallica and Guardians of the Galaxy has the exact same shots. Like if you look, they're side by side. You look at it. Obviously, they look different, but it's the same. That happens a lot in pinball. Some people use the same layouts. Just you put different toys and different theming and stuff. But it's an awesome game. And matter of fact. While I was at Six Flags yesterday, I was checking my email like first thing in the morning during the morning ERT that they had, and I belong to the Boston Pinball Group on Yahoo, and somebody that I know put up for sale a TNA, which is Total Nuclear Annihilation, that was put out by Spooky Pinball, and you get the Grove Show VR experience, and they put that up on they bought it for Pintastic. Like to bring to Pintastic, and he didn't have any room, so he had to get rid of something, so he got rid of that, and I'm going to pick that up tomorrow. So there'll be another one. So after the show, I got to kind of rearrange some pinballs and stuff. I put my Pirates of the Caribbean back up for sale, and I'm running out of room again. And I'm hoping somebody will buy my Cactus Jack and get rid of that thing, so I can get rid of that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we hit 500 subscribers finally. That happened while we were at CoasterCon, and it was awesome. And we just keep growing and growing, and eventually one day we'll get to 1,000, hopefully more sooner than later. But we're getting there. We do have the 4,000 hours of watch time required by YouTube to start monetizing. So we just need the subscribers. So the more people that subscribe, the more people that share it, people find it. And if it's something people like, they'll tune in and be part of this little community we're building. I like what we do. I'm not so worried about getting 1 million subscribers. Could we do it someday down the road? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. I'm happy at where we're at, and I'm happy that we're growing at a what I would consider a nice, healthy, slow pace. I wish it was a little quicker, not, but I don't want to be like a flash in the pan kind of thing. I want this to have longevity. So this is fine. I'm okay at where we're at. Have I been going to any zoos lately? No, but I'm thinking next week I'm going to go to Roger Williams. I don't think I went this year yet. I mean, I went for the food truck Friday thing, but not in the zoo itself. But they've been doing some construction they were doing last year for new exhibits, and I got to check they may be open or about to open, and I want to see that. And I do enjoy zoos and aquariums and stuff, but I definitely want to go and record the Roger Williams Zoo. I love it. It's in Providence. I like going to it, and I really dig it. I really enjoy. And I know it's funny. A lot of the zoos have the same thing, same exhibits, same animals. But I gotta say this. I mean, I wouldn't even mind going to the zoo by myself, even if I didn't have the kids with me. And the only reason why I say that is because I find zoos relaxing and calming. Like, I find like a zoo is a great place to go if you just need to kind of clear your head, chill out, get away from people, kind of thing. I mean, it's also great to go with friends and family to anywhere. But I honestly feel sometimes it's just nice to, just to kind of chill. I have not ridden Steel Vengeance, and the only reason why I haven't gone to ride Steel Vengeance is I want to let the hype die down a little bit. I really don't want to wait like long crazy time to go. I'm probably gonna go to Cedar Point next year, but my kids are going this year. Them stinkers. Their mother's taking them there. Knoebels and Hershey, I think, would have stopped to Busch Gardens, Virginia, on their way down to Florida for a week. So they're gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. So I'll be 2 weeks childless. The stuff that I can do. Oh, not to be held back by children. It's nice. I like it. And they get to spend time with their mom, which is nice, which they don't do that often like that. So it'll be great for them to get out and have fun, I guess. Kind of screwed up some of the plans I had for the summer, but I'm not going to tell their mother no. No, you can't spend time with your children. So, it's great. So they'll be going to do their own little trip. So they're going to ride Steel Vengeance before I do. I hate when that happens, but what am I going to do? Actually, they're going to get some credits that I don't have at that park. Damn. That's just not cool. I'm supposed to get the credits first, and then I take them. Yeah, party at my house. Hell yeah. What is my favorite B&M invert? That's a good question. Actually, I'm gonna be straight up honest. I'm gonna go with Montu down at Busch Gardens in Tampa as my favorite invert, and then I would go Banshee, and then I would go like the Batman clones, and then I would go like Alpengeist. Those would definitely be my top 4 right there that I really love. I mean, I love the B&M inverts. I think they're really great rides. They're very forceful. So I really like them. But I'm going to say my favorite definitely is Montu. There's just something about it. Go to parks you haven't gotten to this. I'm probably going to do that. I might just like, play hooky like twice, like once a week. And, Talon's another good one. I like Talon. Honestly, I'll be honest, I haven't ridden a horrible B&M invert. I mean, obviously, they're, different sizes, different speeds, different layouts, but I can't say there's been like, oh, this one's so horrible. I've ridden a bunch, and I can't really say, oh, they're horrible. I love them. They're some of my favorite B&M rides, to be honest, which is kind of weird, but yeah. And speaking of favorites and stuff, I got this in the mail. And the deadline is the 23rd to vote for the Golden Ticket Awards. I just got to go on there. Oh, I got to put my code in. And then I can go vote in the Golden Ticket Awards. I have a unique numbered password that can be found above your mailing address to the right of this paragraph, which is on the back here. Well, there's 4 people watching. Yeah, people come and go as they please, and people will come. So I will enjoy voting in the golden tickets, like I've done for the last few years since I decided to do it. And we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I don't know what coasters or things are up for vote, so maybe maybe as I do this, I'll write it down. I don't want to tell people what I voted for. I want to be a little secretive. And then I probably should write down what I voted for, because then I never remember what I voted for. I know you can download what you voted for. At the end, you can download what you did. But I should just write it anyway in case, because I'm very forgetful. Very forgetful. So we got some tidbits of news we're going to get into. Then we'll get into all the funky stuff. All right, so let's start out with Disney World's Hollywood Studios. Toy Story Land officially is open to the public, and people are loving it. It's a little small, like the area, but somebody was saying that the Slinky Dog roller coaster, this is a kiddie coaster, had like a 7-hour wait at one time. I like to ask this guy. I like to ask you all this. I mean, people have been posting and putting polls and stuff, and Facebook posts and stuff. So I want to hear from you guys. After I ask this question, put it in the box, and if you're watching this later, put it in the box anyway. I'd like to know this answer. How long would you guys wait for a ride? Like legit. Me, I would never wait 7 hours. Never. Me personally, I wouldn't wait more than realistically for a ride, maybe 45 minutes, somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. Anything more than 45 minutes, I just feel is not worth it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've waited longer than that. I remember when Batman the Ride opened in Great Adventure, I waited 3 hours. But there was no Flash Pass back then. This is talking, 92, 93, 94, whenever it opened. And that was before they had a Flash Pass. So back in those days, and you had to wait or you rode nothing, and it sucks. Yeah, Luca waited an hour and a half for food yesterday. That was crazy. And we're gonna get into that in a little bit, but it was nuts at the park yesterday. So anyway, anybody that's watching now or anybody that's watching later, let me know in these comments in this chat how long that you would actually wait for a ride. What is your max? What is your breaking point that you say, the hell with this? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna wait anymore. I'm seeing somebody's waited 3 hours for Lightning Rod. It broke down. And then they didn't get... See, that's another thing. You wait all this time and then you may not get to ride it. I mean, I know you can't help that. So 2 hours. Now let me ask you this. Those that are saying you'd wait 4 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. What makes you say, okay, 2 hours or whatever what makes you say in your mind, I'm willing to wait 2 hours for this ride? I mean, even in an hour, I'm getting antsy and I'm like, come on, can you hurry up? I have no patience, really. If it's really busy and it's a park I've never been to, you bet you're behind that I'm getting a Flash Pass. And the reason for that is, especially the parks that I travel out the furthest to, I don't know when I'm ever going to ride it. I don't know when the next time I'm going to get there. Is it going to be 20 years, 30 years? Am I never going to get there? Am I going to die before I get there? I don't know. So I want to maximize what I can and ride everything that I can when I'm at a park. I always try to make sure if I've been to that park, I make sure I hit all my favorites first, and then I waited 2.5 hours for a corn maze. I forgot what we waited for. We waited to go in that restaurant for 2-3 hours. The one in Warwick. What was that? BJ's Smokehouse that they opened up in Warwick. I waited. It was like opening weekend. What are your top 3 coasters? Your 3 are Millennium Force, Lightning Rod, and Fury 325. I haven't ridden Lightning Rod. I rode the other 2. I want to say my 3 favorites right now. Damn, that's really hard because I don't like to really. I don't really. Let me put it to you this way. I don't really go for. I mean, when I do this, when I pick this, I have a hard time doing this. You know what I'm saying? I heard that this, this isn't something that I particularly. I don't really care for what's the best of the best, because obviously we all have opinions. Now if there's a top 10 or whatever, if I pick this top 10, it's not going to be the same as yours or yours or yours. You know what I mean? It's going to be different. What bad word did I say? I don't think I said any of the really bad words. Which is funny. But yeah. So like I said, I'm not really one to... I mean, if I had to like go off the top of my head, like my favorites would be like Superman, Wicked Cyclone, and probably... Phoenix, the Phoenix or Boulder Dash. Those would be like my tops. I don't know. They said stop cursing. I'm 10, so I don't know. I don't think I said like the bad words. I try not to say the bad words. But then again, I say a lot of bad words a lot, so I may just say them in nonchalantly, not realizing that came out of my mouth. I mean, if you thought whatever I said was cursing, you should have seen when the Grove Show first started. I was dropping F-bombs like I was drinking water and soda and stuff. And then I stopped doing that. But so anyway, so everybody's got like weird little, no, I shouldn't say weird, but everybody has their max time weights, which is, it's all over the place. Yeah, I probably said the F word once, like it slipped out probably. You don't know how hard it is for me to try to be as professional as possible and not use bad words on this show. There's a lot of times that I would love to say some bad words and don't, because I mean, I know for a fact a lot of Pox watch this and and people watch this, so I don't really want to give people a bad taste in my mouth with bad language, so I try my hardest not to, but I don't think I've said the F word in a while, so that's good. I think it's been a while. But anyway, so all right, so we talked about the wait time, so that's good that we got that out of the way. Speaking of Disney, they filed this patent they're going to use for Star Wars. It's for Blast of Fire and their attractions. It's an illusion, and they're saying in this article I read, it was from a news station down there, saying that I don't know if Jen McGrath does. I know there are people from Six Flags that watch this. I heard people from Carowinds, Dorney watch this. I don't know how true it is. I haven't talked to anybody from Carowinds and Dorney, but somebody was like, "Oh, so and so from this park." And I know that those people are the ones that the communication managers and stuff have. That they're the legit people that these people are talking about. Whether or not they watch them or not, that's to be seen. But anyway, so there's an illusion. Sure to wild guess, but as the article has read, it's a simple one, but it needs a large area to make the effect work. Possibly it could pop up in that new escape ride, the one where they're fighting the First Order. It could end up in Star Wars Land as a show. Or possibly it's not going to be in this incarnation of Star Wars Land yet. It might come in the future, but it's a patent that they filed, and it looks like that they're trying to get it. I mean, they're trying to make. We all know this. Star Wars Land is going to be nuts, and it's going to be like the answer to Harry Potter. So they got to make this thing as crazy as possible, immersive as possible, and they just need to make sure that they do it right, because we all know right now the fans of Star Wars are going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because of The Last Jedi. People love it. People hate it. They're calling for that lady Kathleen. I forget what her last name is. The one that's the head of Lucasfilm. They want her out. And all this other stuff. Yeah, that's on the list of discussions in the news here about Dorney getting a wood coaster. So hopefully Disney gets this Star Wars Land right, or it's gonna be bad. If they don't make it as good as it should be, they're gonna have a problem, because the fans are out in full force, ready to crucify Disney for meddling with their precious franchise. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Star Wars fan, love Star Wars. I actually liked The Last Jedi. Was it perfect? No, but I enjoyed it. What else do we got? Is there any other Disney news? Because as I look up stuff, so nothing's really in proper order. All right, so the last tidbit from Disney, Magic Kingdom, there's going to be new Halloween experiences that are going to be added to Mickey's Not So Scary events. And these actually sound interesting, and hope that they happen. It's going to include a new Halloween version of Space Mountain. So they're saying, could it be like Ghost Galaxy that's like in Disneyland? As well as a special Halloween upgrade to Pirates of the Caribbean that claims the new pirates may interact with guests, which possibly sounds like live actors being added into the attraction for the night. Other additions include new lights and effects on the Mad Tea Party, a storybook circus dance party, and more. But they're not giving in to the whole, Nightmare Before Christmas with the Haunted Mansion makeover for that, so they're not doing that. So, I'm not sure. Like, Euro Disney or Disney's America level issues. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I went to Mickey's Not So Scary. I thought it was good, but not as good as Christmas. The Mickey's Christmas Party. And I think it has to do with, for Christmas, you can decorate everything that there is. There's so many, lights and different decorations that you can put for Christmas. And Christmas is just awesome. Now, I love Halloween, and Halloween to me is just as awesome. And sometimes, if not better than Christmas. But you can only do, it seems for the time, especially for what Disney is trying to do, you're limited on what you can do. Because it's not like going to Six Flags or Universal or anything, where they can have body parts. What's up, Andrew Scott? It's not like you could just throw dead bodies and fake blood everywhere, and have all different kinds of zombies and stuff. Disney plays to the audience that they have. It's meant for the kids. It's not meant for adults. So they're somewhat limited. I mean, they have shows and fireworks and parades and stuff that are awesome. So I feel that these added changes to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween are welcome, because I felt like it was lacking and it needed some more. I mean, they have awesome candy spots and good candy, so someone fat like me can just go up and have a little snack, and it's great. All right, so let's get to the Universal portions. Where are we? So Universal Hollywood is now serving Butterbeer ice cream, like regular ice cream. And I didn't know this, but Orlando has soft serve ice cream. So anybody that loves Butterbeer can now have ice cream with all the different other Butterbeer stuff. And I will say that I am not a huge fan of the Butterbeer drinks. It's weird. It's like a cream root beer soda with some other kind of flavor in it. And yeah, I'm not skinny. Look from the side. Look at that. I got the belly. I mean, I have lost about 30 pounds. I haven't weighed myself in a month. So, as of a month ago, I was down 30 pounds. So I'm hoping. I like to get down to 200. I need about another 20, 25 pounds to go, and then I can be like 200 flat. 200 pounds. I started at 250 pounds when I started this diet last year, and let me say, I was kind of falling off the wagon, but I wasn't gaining a weight. Damn, I would, well, actually, if I weighed 70 pounds, I would look like a broom with with a hair, like a broomstick and like a mop. my, my problem, I've said a million times my problem with Universal as a company. Hopefully they move in the right direction. I'm not a fan of, screen the ride. I like a mixture of props and animated props and static props. I like a good story, but everything comes down to like a theme. And the same thing goes when I buy pinball machines. I gotta make sure it's a theme that I like. Like, for an example, I wanted to. Now there's some other girls that watch. I mean, I wish more girls would watch, just because I like to see, excuse me, the different takes between men and women and kids and adults of all ages and sizes and shapes. Get their takes on the park. It doesn't have to be male dominated, is what I'm trying to say. But like I was saying with the pinball, I gotta like the theme. If I don't like the theme, then it's no good. But I played the Iron Maiden pinball, which is the newest one that came out, and I will say that I love the game itself. Love the game. I love the artwork. Not a fan of the music. And by all means, that's okay. So I wouldn't buy, even though Iron Maiden is a great game, I had a lot of fun and I wanted to keep playing it. I just didn't want to buy one just because it was like the new in thing. And if I could change the music on it and put my own kind of music that I want to listen to on it, then it would be a winner for me. And then I would be, then it would be okay. I would highly enjoy it. Unfortunately, I do not know about the RMC Georgia Cyclone Girl. I'm sorry that I don't. But I will check it all out. I will check out all that stuff. I'm always trying to find any new YouTube channels, any new fan sites. This is the way I look at it. And I've said this before. On this show, I've said it a million times that I would like to work with other YouTubers. Doesn't matter how big or how small, especially in different regions. It's all good. It's in a C. Oh, so Costa Studios video. I'll have to check it out. If that's what I think. Hey, what's up, Marcus Bean? How's Texas, my friend? But yeah, I feel that in this community, there's room for everybody, and we all love the same thing, amusement parks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't feel that anybody should be bigger than anybody and not want to work with each other. It helps everybody, because what I'm hoping is that the community, everybody on their own fan channels, do something different and not copycat each other. Because then it gets boring and you're like, well, then you forget who copied who and then you stop watching them. You got to stay relevant and fresh and do different things. And I got a whole list of things. I got another meeting coming up that with Six Flags New England of all the stuff we're going to start banging out in the park. So, and it's stuff that I have not seen other fan sites do. I made sure that I did my research. I looked at all the big and small that I noticed fan sites and YouTube channels, and I watched a lot of stuff. I looked at titles. I looked at what people were doing, and I said, I want to do what they're not doing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just not a fan of the songs. I mean, the artwork on the machine, if you look it up on Stern's website or the internet, beautiful machine. I like all that monsters. I'm not part of the park, SFNE, but I run SFNEOnline with AJ, and there's a bunch of, Luco's involved with us, and even Marcus Bean has helped us out with some stuff when he was over here. Now he's in Texas, so now he can help us out with Texas, which is great. I don't know if any rides are being removed, honestly. I honestly think, and like I said before, I honestly think that you're getting water park stuff next year. I'm being totally honest. I honestly think for 2019, Six Flags New England will get water park expansion. That's what I believe. I mean, if you think about the last anything to do with the water park was 2013. We've been getting all kinds of rides redo. You know what I mean? Like we got Superman back from Bizarro. Then we had the VR. Then we got rid of the VR, and then you went from Minor Racer to Riddler's Revenge. Yes, they need a lemonade stand. They had one and it disappeared. I don't know where it went. What's up, Infinite Coasters? And they need to add more stuff to Gotham City, and they need. It's not like they got. I mean, they could add, depending upon what they wanted to add, they could add a ride here or there, but without adding ride, they just need to keep adding the theming. You know what I mean? They do need a bigger change in area. They need another one. They only have the one, and that's bad. There's matter of fact, after the show, I'm writing up this. I told the park I was going to write up this thing. My brain just keeps going and going, and I came up with some ideas for the water park. Also to help the long food lines. Also ideas and all this. I'm writing up a whole thing. Theme Park Studio. He has built a relationship with the man. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do not work for Six Flags New England. I don't want anybody to think that I work with them. Not at all. I asked them for a lemonade stand every year, and they added one. They added one. And it was gone as fast as it came. And I was always buying lemonade from it. But in any case, and if anybody, where anybody that's been, where the character stand is, across from the Joker, it was over there. It was like next to that character stand. So that's, and then it was a little lemonade cart thing, and it's gone, and I haven't seen it pop up anywhere else, which is sad. Kona Ice Truck. Oh damn. I haven't had that Kona Ice stuff in a while. All right, so then the next thing, Universal Islands of Adventure. Work continues on the new Harry Potter coaster, and I saw pictures on Screamscape. The track's been going in, and it looks like there's something similar to Verbolten. Looks like there's going to be a drop section like Verbolten on it, and looks good. What word did I say that is a curse word? Because I think what you think is a curse word and what the rest of us think is a curse word. But you're a little kid, and I get that. I just don't want to be the one that all of a sudden you start listening to my mouth and then your parents go and kill you because you heard me say a bad word. But I don't know what bad word I said. Is it hell? Is hell the bad word? I know a lot of parents. I know, like when I was a kid. Oh, damn? If it's damn, just say yes. I mean, don't think that she is 10, so, and I'm not knocking her, and I'm not making fun of her, and I totally get it. I'm at my grandma's, I'm fine. Might be just hearing things or mouthing it. I don't know. But to someone young, and I'm sure a lot of us went through this when we were kids, even at 10 and younger. We weren't allowed to say hell and damn. Remember that back in the day when we were kids? Those were two words that I know if I said them when I was a kid, I got a bar of soap in my mouth. And now in today's society, hell and damn just went from being bad words to okay words. It's kind of weird how that happened. There's a lot of stuff that people say that are a lot worse than that. But I'm not, so, but anyway, so, was it my fault? Wait, what am I missing? Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so, yeah, when we were kids, when we said stuff, and we just got the bar of soap in our mouths, I find that, even like parents like me, Well, I mean, I would put a bar of soap in my kid's mouth if they said well, my kids say bad stuff sometimes, and I start yelling at them, and I tell them I'm going to unplug their internet. I mean, actually, if you unplug their internet, that's worse than giving them a bar of soap. Actually, imagine if you took away a child's internet, they might call 911 on you these days. You took my internet away! That's just really how it works. So anyway, back to Universal Islands of Adventure. So it looks like this is going to do something. And it looks like something similar to Verbolten with a drop section. I mean, the whole track isn't done. I know they're building. The building's not finished, and they're building the track. I'm wondering when they're actually going to announce this, because isn't it supposed to open next year, I believe, sometime? I know this. I haven't heard a specific date, but I think the year is next year. I think they're trying to get some competition going with Disney, especially with Star Wars Land opening next year. I mean, I don't think... Well, the Harry Potter ride, as long as it's good, could do some stuff. Yeah, it's where the Dragon Challenge used to be. In that section, there's a new coaster going in, and so it'll be great to see. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am gonna miss Dragon's Challenge, because that was such a cool ride. But I mean, once they took the dueling away, nobody wanted to ride it anymore. Plus, that thing could like suck up the capacity like crazy, because it was a dueling, it was a racing, so to speak, roller coaster. So they had two trains going all at the same time. It was great. Times have changed. All right, so let's move on to Dorney Park, because this is exciting. I guess according to the stuff being filed with the town and all that, it looks to be that a GCI Woody is coming to Dorney. And that'll be good, because you know why? Because it will actually be a brand new ride. It won't be a hand-me-down. Because we all know... Hey, William Loudy, what's up, my friend? Hope you're feeling all right. I saw you weren't feeling all right online. I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're doing okay, Mr. William Loudy. So, this is going to be exciting if this actually happens. And I'm hoping that it actually happens, because I feel bad for Dorney, and I hope that Michigan's Adventure gets some love too. And at some point, Dorney needs something new. They needed something. You know, they ripped out Stinger, and they just haven't been getting a lot of stuff. I mean, they might have been spending a lot of money like on behind-the-scenes infrastructure that we normally wouldn't see and we wouldn't care about. You know, we want to see all the new rides and different attractions and coasters and shows and whatever we want to see at a park. So if we don't see that, then you end up going, well, they're not getting anything. And it doesn't excuse them not to get a lot of stuff. You know, it just seems like, you know, the Dorney Park became the dump of rides that no longer were great at other parks. I'm like, hey, we'll just put them at Dorney. You know. Will Dorney remove their flying scooters? I do not, and I hope they don't. They need to stop removing rides and add some rides. And I get it. You know, it's not our parks. It's not our money. And we have to just deal with what they get. Yeah, see, they're adding dorms and a rec center. So that's stuff that we wouldn't get to utilize in the park. And at the same time, it's one of those things where it's a lot of money being spent. It's something that they need. But for park goers like us that go to all these parks, a dorm room and a rec center doesn't really do anything for the park. It does for them behind the scenes. So, I don't know. We'll see how, everything turns out. But the good news is it looks like they're going to be getting a Woody. It looks like it's to be for next year. And that'll be good. So, it's going to be good. I can't wait. So, Kennywood. The scratch ticket clue fest there is over. There is now... oh, excuse me. There's now a new thing with a word search. You're going to find these words. Oh, God. I'm so tired. And it's a word search, and the first like 12 people to guess all these words correctly in this thing, they're gonna win first chance to, I guess, ride whatever the new ride is. So that's good. I can't wait to see what it is. And also for those that care, I care. So, but when I go to Kennywood, I will ride this. Thomastown has an opening date of late July, so the end of this month sometime. I believe there's a date up, and I haven't checked, but what I heard is the end of the month that the ride is going to be open. So you've seen like the train ride and all the other rides that they're adding over there. It's a nice little cool addition. I mean, I became a fan of Thomas the Train because of my kids, and I don't know how many know this, but George Carlin used to narrate Thomas the Train back in the day, which I found fascinating. I found that out by watching the DVDs and the TV show with the kid, and it was cool. And those that don't know who George Carlin is, and I'm sure a lot of you young people don't know who George Collins is. George Carlin. Go to YouTube, and it's probably not for little kids' ears, but if you look up George Carlin, he's a great, amazing comedian that died, a few years ago, probably more than a few years ago. He was amazing, and yeah, it was cool. I feel bad for people under 13 because everyone under 13 can't go to first ride events at Kennywood. John says, I miss his stand-up. Oh, yeah, his stand-up was good. I have not gone to any Coaster Kid days. I never hear about them. And I do follow them. I think what Coaster Kids does is a great thing. I really do. I think they do a great job. And I even enjoy what Coaster Studios does too. I watch around a lot of stuff. I may not comment a lot on it. So if somebody's making good content, I will watch it because I know not everything that I make is great. I feel that there are some videos that I love. Maybe you guys don't, but I love some of the stuff. Fortnite isn't. What is? I can't say what is this Fortnite crap because my kids play Fortnite. So, yeah, I remember the special female train in the live-action Thomas the Train movie. I remember that. Didn't it have Alec Baldwin in it as the conductor? I don't think I've heard of Ohio Valley Coasters. I don't think I've heard of them. I'll have to check them out. Like I said, I'm always looking for new channels to watch and check out and see all the new stuff that come up. Hey, now, with that old people, don't get Fortnite. That's the Red Sox pitcher Dave Price's favorite game. I've never played it. I've never played Fortnite at all. I mean, I've watched my kids play it. I've watched my girlfriend's daughter play it. I mean, it's downloaded on my Xbox. I never played it. And, I mean, it's weird, but I think Fortnite's probably going to go in the toilet. It might. Only because, well, Call of Duty's basically doing the same thing. And that's coming out in the new Call of Duty, that same kind of battle mode like Fortnite. And you know what's going to happen? All the kids that are leaving Call of Duty for Fortnite, when Call of Duty comes out, they're going to leave Fortnite and go to Call of Duty. Especially. Oh, there you go. There's Jeremy, Monkey Master. Yeah, Fortnite's free. I like that. Yeah, McCoy Stadium is going bye-bye, and they're going to put it in downtown Pawtucket, where the old Apex building is. That's going to go. They're going to put the new stadium in. It's going to be crazy. Are you giving him Fortnite help or what? McCoy Stadium is the AAA team for the Boston Red Sox, Pawtucket Red Sox. They're the AAA, so they're right underneath Major League Baseball. So, like, basically, like when somebody from the Boston Red Sox gets hurt and they're on the DL list, and before they, what's 9 plus 10? 19. So McCoy Stadium, somebody bought the team, and first they want to move it to Providence, and then it was people were like, no, don't do that, it's got to stay in Pawtucket. So then they I guess they were okay with it moving to the old Apex, which used to be, I don't know if it still is, but was when Apex left, they used the Apex building for the DMV. Jeremy, no wonder why you're failing math. 9 plus 10 is not 21. I wish I had your report card here. It's on my desk at work. I saw it. Think about that. 9 plus 10 is 19. And yes, Monkey Master is my son. That's Jeremy, my youngest one. It is not 21. Not 20. It's not a joke. I get mad about this. Ask Luco and everybody else. I hate this Common Core crap. I yell at the teachers all the time. I yell at those teachers and they'll be like, you should help your kid. I'm like, this math doesn't make sense. It's like 4 plus 4 became like 772. You want to know what the square root of life is? Have fun. That's what it is. Actually, Jeremy failed math for the 7th grade for the year. But because of No Child Left Behind, he automatically goes to the next grade. Imagine that. And he failed science. He got an F in math and science. I looked at his report card today. Because he wasn't in school the last 2 days of school because we were at CostaCon. He got 2 Fs. Then they sent a paper in the mail saying, hey, you should go to, summer school. And I took that paper and threw it away. I'm like, I'm not ruining my summer so you can go to summer school. If you can't pass it the first time, do it again. I wish they made him stay back. I'll be honest. I know he's my kid. I love him to death, but he's not going to learn. And when you have a school that's just going to just pass the kid, that's not good. They need to learn a lesson. If he would have stayed back, I would have been like, see, now you got to actually try. Yeah, exactly. Why? I mean, I saw these math when they changed math that most of us grew up with, and then they changed it to that Common Core crap. What do you call it? I went, what the hell is this? There was some equation that I could do in my head, and I didn't have to. Kids that are in school, I'm gonna teach you some School of the Hard Knocks real quick. Then we'll get back to the news. You're going to the Dr. Giggles math class right now. Actually, you're gonna get the school. You're gonna get life in school, whatever. Unless you're gonna be like an engineer or something, that needs to write out all your equations so they know whatever you're doing is working. You don't need it. All you need, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you all you need in life for math. And it's on your cell phone. That's all you need. That's all you need, my friends. And I mean, obviously, if you're going to be an architect, 2 plus 2 equals fish. 7 plus 7 equals Friendly's ice cream with a purple dry eraser marker. So, I'm just letting you know. Don't let the school pulling over on you. I don't believe in schools, but that's me. I believe in getting an education, but, I don't feel you have to go crazy. What we need more, what do you call it? We need more people doing the trade jobs. That's what we need. Yeah, see? I like what Luco said. Kids don't learn math. That's why when I go to the supermarket, I hand them a 20 and they give me back 30 and change. Yeah, see, Trump versus Hillary. Guess what Devin wants you to go? Devin wants me to go to sleep. I would love to go to sleep, but I can't. I got so much stuff to do. Videos to edit. Roller coasters to vote on. Move pinball machines. Clean this room up a little bit. So I may not sleep again tonight. I hate being an adult sometimes. Then I got to get up and then I got to go to work. And then tomorrow night I got to go pick up a new pinball machine. What's up, Sean Prout? Sean Prout's in the house. He's my homie G. I love Sean Prout. I can't wait to hang out with him again. He is awesome. See, homeschooling's probably the better way to go, to be honest. All right, so back to we only got a couple tidbits of news anyway. So Six Flags Magic Mountain. There's a new rumor going on for next year that they could be getting a new mat coaster with a budget of about $20 million. And there are going to be some rides closed during this construction period that they're going to start working on. I heard something like Apocalypse. No, is that what it is? Yeah, Apocalypse is going to be closed, and it's going to be in that Cyclone Bay area there. And, so it's going to be interesting because I want to see what it is, because next year with CoasterCon, we can, it's weird because when Parks were like hosting CoasterCon, there would always be like something big coming in that year. Hasn't happened all the time. I haven't heard anything about Viper being removed. Actually, I think I did hear something about that, like before, but that room is kind of like nobody's been talking about that because now this room has been coming into play. So I don't know. I don't think Viper's leaving for this. I think Viper's going to stay, and then I think they're just going to put this new big ride in. So we'll see. So let's see. Remember like a couple weeks ago we were talking about Lake Winnie with all these accidents they were having. Well, there's an update on the coaster accident. The investigation into the accident, Lake Winnipesaukee, on the Wild Lightning coaster has been completed, and it sounds like the rider is at fault. According to the employees, she was placing the car in the proper position, lap bar locked in place. She was also riding as a solo rider with no one in the seat next to her. During the ride, it looks as if she turned to sit sideways, putting her legs under the lap bar and over to the empty seat next to her. According to the rider's claims, as explained by her lawyer, the rider says she told the ride ops she had issues with bending her knees and sat with her legs off to the side of the empty seat from the start, and claims that the ride ops were okay with that, which they denied. This riding posture is what caused her body to come out from under the lap bar and resulting in her falling out of the coaster. And the lap bar was deemed to be in proper working order and did not fail. The state then cleared Lake Winnie to reopen Wild Lightning on June 16th. So, yeah. So this goes to show that not that I want to see anybody get hurt. We don't want to see anybody get hurt on anything. But it goes to show that rider responsibility. If in fact it was true that what do you call it? That she did tell the ride ops, but I'm sure she doesn't have any proof. So it's going to be the ride ops' word against her word because she's the one that fell out, and they proved there was nothing wrong, and they saw her move her legs during a ride or whatever. So hopefully people, that's why we have warning labels on everything, because people do crazy stuff. So I'm sure this woman was no longer going to do that. Hopefully she learned her lesson. Now hopefully that if any injuries, they heal, and hopefully she becomes smarter about moving her legs to the side during a ride like that. Is that the end of my news? I think that's the end of my news. All right, so that's the end of the news. The news is over. The news portion is over. So we're going to talk a little bit about Pintastic. We're going to talk about a little bit about Ace Plays in Maine, At Lake Compounce. We're going to just touch about the election stuff because I really feel I need to speak on this. Just so people know this, I just want to speak a little, nothing too crazy or anything like that. Not a long, blown out, long-winded thing. Everybody heard what we were talking about. If last week we didn't do a Grove Show on YouTube. The internet connection was bad, like, for the laptop. So what I did was I used my cell phone, and we got to see our buddy Dave Medora, Crazy Dave. He got to because we were both at Pintastic. So he came in the room. Matter of fact, Jody and Cadence and Dave knocked on the door when the show started out. And myself and Dave, and I'm sure those that watch could hear Cadence. Cadence is going to be turning 3, and she wanted to play. So she, when we were doing the show, she wanted to play with Daddy and Uncle Josh. She didn't want to just be stuck in a room. And then Jody took her out of the room and was playing with her while we were doing that. And there you go. So you heard about Con. You heard about how that whole process went. But things have gone a little crazy with the election. And before I get into it, I want to thank everybody that has voted for me, supported it, actually gets involved. Because right now it seems like there's like a little mini revolution going on. And people are going kind of a little crazy. And I've seen all the trash talking. And I almost quit the club over the weekend, I'll be honest. But then I talked myself out of it. And, I look at it. When you run for office, it's just like anything, like, Congress or anything, or anywhere. People are going to do whatever they can to try to beat you down. And I'm not going to let that happen. I mean, if I would have quit, that would hurt me myself. I don't know how people would think about it. I mean, I would have came out with why I did it and all that. But I'm not. And I'm not going to let them beat me. I'm not going to let them win, towards my mentally kind of thing going on, But I'm a man of my word, and everybody was voting for me, people that were voting for me and want me to win and help do whatever, lead Ace in this future direction and stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to let if I win, I'm not going to let anybody down. I'm not going to destroy the club. And if there's people that are watching now that don't know me, they're curious. And if you heard rumors, from people that were talking bad about me, by all means, message me. I will gladly answer any question that you have. And don't be afraid. Don't be bashful. I won't bite. I mean, unless you want me to, if that's your thing. You're like, hey, you know what? I know you said you don't bite, but, can you bite my arm or something? I don't know. If that's your kind of thing, I don't know. But you get the point. So, yeah, it's been a crazy ride. I do love the support that people have. A lot of people, a lot of people that I didn't think would have my back on this did. Like, there's people that are voting for me that I've talked to that I was like, whoa, like, I would have never thought in a million years that they were gonna throw their hat in the support for what I call Team Josh, and people have thanked me for being professional and not like going crazy and all this other stuff. And that's how I maintain how I am. You know what I mean? Like, for me, and I get it, when you're running a coaster club of this size and as prestigious as it's made out to be, and the industry loves Ace, so I get it. There's time to be serious, but there's time that you got to have fun and just like loose. It's like, if you notice, I haven't been posting as much stuff as I usually do. I've been kind of hiding in the shadows a little bit, and after like Con and all that, I kind of just wanted to chill, like just veg out a little bit, and going to Pintastic. Now we're moving it. This is leading right into Pintastic now. I needed that. I really needed that Pintastic weekend. It had nothing to do with parks. There were Acers there. There was a couple that I seen, plus myself, Dave, obviously, and and the funny thing is, I'm friends with a lot of the pinball people, in the New England area, and they're like, "Oh, I see you running." I'm like, I talked to some about it, and then I just kind of brushed off the rest about it. I was there to play pinball, relax. I didn't have the kids with me. I get to spend time with Jody and Cadence and Dave, and Jessica came up on Friday and was there Saturday. We had a wonderful time. It was just something that I needed. I wish Luco was there. And here's the problem with Luco's campaign. For those that watched the speech, and everybody knows by now about the post that he had made about Six Flags America. So someone took a screenshot, sent it to somebody. Somebody asked that question and the thing. We all know that was planted. We all know that, and that's okay. Based off of things that we were told and whatever. It just made sense. I mean, I can't confirm, deny it was playing. It just, the feel of it, the way it was said, the way it was asked, the person that said it, and I don't even know the person that said it, so I'm not trashing him. I'm just saying it was just, you know, it was just weird. It was just a weird circumstance. And, I mean, if you didn't watch the speech, if you go to the, the part with the president starts at 24 minutes, 50 seconds is when they start introducing me, and then that whole thing starts, and it just goes on and on. It was really good. It was just rough. So, I was talking to some of the pinball people about it, but I gotta say, I don't know, can you, I'm not even looking at what the screen can see. All right, so you can't see it right at the moment. If you look there, see the Gremlins right there? Gremlins is right there. And I'm pointing at. I took that and I brought it to Pintastic because there's a fantastic charity that's involved in pinball called Project Pinball. What they do, and you can talk to Dave about it. Dave's on their board of directors of it. Basically what they do is they raise money in their charity so they can put pinball machines in hospitals for sick children. So I put that at their booth so people could play it, and it drew a lot of people into the booth. And the guy's name's Dan. I forgot how to pronounce his last name, but anyway, the guy that runs the charity, and he was very thankful. He loved that I brought it there. People played it. The speaker box did get destroyed on it. Somebody shook the machine, and then my fault for not having it strapped down. So there's no sound currently on it. But people did get to hear it with the sound. So, but beautiful machine. People loved it. They were like, oh my God, this is great. Da, 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 da. So it was great. So I got to help a great cause, and I feel good about myself for doing that. So, at least you're back, John. So that's all that matters. So the whole, what do you call it? That whole thing was great. And then like I said, I bought a Guardians of the Galaxy. I brought that home. So that was great. I played a lot of great pinball. I hung out with a lot of great people in that pinball community, and I had fun. I even bought some mods to put in my Star Wars machine, my Ghostbusters machine. I got one for Guardians of the Galaxy. I had a great time. It's like instead of being the coast community, there's the pinball community. People are awesome. I mean, there's going to be drama in every community you hang into, but it was definitely needed away from what was going on, and I had a great time. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Pintastic is the only pinball show in New England. I guess I had bought the 4-day pass. It was 4 days. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I forgot what I paid. $75, $80, $100, whatever for the 4 days, and it came with a T-shirt, and you got access to the extra ball lounge, which people online are like, oh, I paid a ticket, I should be able to get in it, kind of thing. And I really enjoyed the room. It was more quieter than the free play room or the vendor room, even though the machines are going and it's loud. It was great, but it was held at the Sturbridge Host Hotel in Sturbridge, Mass. Right, not too far away from Sturbridge Village, and they had all kinds of great stuff. They even had a kids corner. They had all kinds of stuff to buy. They even had video games. You could play pinball until your fingers fell off. It was fun. They had a pinball tournament going on. I didn't even bother to even try to play in it. I'm a decent player. I'm not what I would call a tournament quality player, and maybe someday I'll get there. I just like to turn the machine on and play. And then I gotta get another pinball party going on in here. We haven't had one in a while. Oh, since my birthday party, really. This is the last time we had a big pinball party. So I need to get that going again. I just love I love it, and it's great to get people around and play and have fun. That's what I love about it. And so yeah. Pintastic was great. I I think it's like that the same, like last weekend. Last weekend I went by, that same time frame. Just obviously next year, so I'll be going to that again and hang out, play some pinball, have a grand old time. It's gonna be awesome. I did record video for it. I have not had a chance to edit it. I don't know how it's gonna be. I didn't record a ton of stuff. I was too focused just on chilling out. I really needed that kind of like chill out kind of thing. Maybe you can do that when everyone else is up. I mean, I could do that. I mean, that would be great if I can. I mean, it's never too late to plan a party. So, I mean, because they're going at the end of the month. Like, we're going to go do the Ace Plays in Maine event, and then I got to come back the next day, and then they're going, they're taking off, heading to Cedar Point, like Sunday night of that weekend. So, those next 2 weeks will be, see you later, and it'll be good. So, when Pintastic comes around, oh, the funny thing, too, is they do seminars and autograph sessions at Pintastic. I missed out on this. This machine, Gremlins, used to be a Future Spa pinball machine and retheme. There was the guy that was there doing autographs and a seminar was the guy who did the back glass to the original Future Spa machine. Someone told him that, oh, you got to go check out the booth. They have a Future Spa rethemed to a Gremlins. You need to go check it out. And then I talked to the guy. The guy loved it. He was like, oh, that was cool. I talked to him. I don't have the poster down here. I'm going to put in a frame. I got a poster with his autograph from artwork of a poster recreated. It was cool. They had Jersey Jack there. They had people from Stern. Gomez was there. John Borg was there. These are two pinball designers. That were there. They had people all over the place just doing things. So yeah, that's that. So I wanted to just quickly talk about the two events that are coming up in New England, and also don't forget. And you can talk to Luco if you're really interested in doing this. This Coasters on Rye, which is at Rye's Playland, and that's coming up the weekend after Ace Plays in Maine. They're doing Rye's Playland. They're also doing a coaster dedication, landmark dedication for the Kitty Coaster. So if you're into preservation and you're an Ace and you want to go to the event, go there. And then the following day, and the Sunday, is going to be Luna Park Fest. I forgot the number. What number it is, down at Coney Island at Luna Park, and you're going to get ERT. You're not going to get any food, but you're going to get an all-day ride bracelet and then extra cheap money for Dino's Wonderland. You can get a ride on. Yeah, you talk to Luco. Nope, that's coming up. Those are the dates. Luco is an assistant rep in the New York City region. Flyers up. You can get your pass. You can buy your tickets to go to it. So if it's something you want to do, by all means, Luco, if you look for Luco will gladly get you all the information. There's plenty of ERT. The two great parks. I've gone to the events in the past, and I every time I go, I love Rise Playland. I might do Rise Playland, but I might not do Luna Park. Even though I do love Luna Park, but I just might do Rise Playland and not. Luco knows why. I'm not going to get into it, but Luco knows why. I don't know yet. It's still up in the air. I don't know yet. Depends how I feel, so, but I may do that. I may not, I don't know. Or maybe I flip-flop it and do one and not the other. I don't know. But like I said, if you like Rise Playland and you like Luna Park, Coney Island Cyclone, if you like those parks, no better deal. Yeah, new low price for Luna Park this year, too. So, let me tell you, we all know, if you especially going to Coney Island, you need to remortgage your house, kind of rent your kids so you can afford to go to Luna Park. It's expensive. It's by the ocean. It's in Coney Island. It's going to cost money. For what you're going to get at, what do you call it? For what you're going to get at Luna Park Fest, you will not get on your own. With the ERTs and all this other stuff. You're not going to get it for the price you're getting. Otherwise, I'm just saying. So anyway, Ace Day at Lake Compounce is happening not this weekend, but the following weekend. I believe registration is closed for that. But we're going to cover that. We're going to go live, and we're going to do all kinds of stuff for that event. So that way, those that can't be there and those that would like to see what's going on, we got you covered. I'm going to do Facebook Live videos. I'm going to remember to take my phone charger, my portable one with the wire, and be able to charge my phone, because I always overdo it. And I just keep broadcasting, and it just doesn't work out well. So that's what we're going to do with that. Also, when it comes to Ace Plays in Maine, we're going to get Palace Playland. We're going to get Funtown Splash Town. Going to do the same thing there. So we're definitely going to enjoy it and have fun. We'll have coverage from both. I just want to make sure, especially as me, Ace, what do you call it? Ace Day at Lake Compounce is the day before votes close for the Ace election. So that's my last chance. If anybody locally has not voted, and hopefully, what I'm hoping is if anybody's watched this long after, what I want is if you have not voted, or maybe you don't care to vote, watch the speeches, look at the platforms. If you want some change and you're not feeling all happy, skippy, hunky-dory, vote for me. You can vote for Robert Ulrich, my opponent. Luco is running for vice president, and I forgot the other guy's name. Jeff Nemick, whatever his last name is. But you get the point. Won't be around for it. Going to CP Dollywood. Gonna go to Sesame Street because from what I saw, I want to go later. It's really, don't get me wrong, it's not a huge park. It's not like giant, but let me tell you, I love that park so much, Sesame Street, that I want to go back. It's neat. I don't know how many of you like Sesame Street or liked it when you were younger, but if you like your Elmos and your Oscars and your Cookie Monsters and stuff, I did put the walkthrough, and the other YouTube channel I have, the Martin's Family one, I made like a little 5-6 minute vlog thing that was different, you know what I'm saying, than the walkthrough. There was some stuff from the walkthrough on it, but I had to show it in a different, there is stuff that's in the vlog that's not in the walkthrough, and there's some stuff from the walkthrough that's not in that vlog. So it's kind of a mismatch kind of thing. So it's weird. So if anybody checks that out, you'll find a lot of you know where that channel is on YouTube, and it's not anywhere close as popular as, up to the power of this one. So it'll happen. So we talked about that. What else am I missing? Oh, Six Flags. So I did the weird, crazy thing and decided that I'm going to go to Six Flags on 4th of July. Now, the key indicator saying that I shouldn't have went was when I couldn't get my the preferred parking, even though Luco ended up with 2. And then I knew something was up because I couldn't book a cabana online. Like, I just wanted to see if they were available. It just said the next available was July 5th, which was for today. And I said, well, I'll go there because I couldn't use the Diamond Elite discount online. You have to do it there. So we got to the thing, like, as soon as the water park opened, there was a sign. Cabanas sold out for the day. I was like, damn. Like, it was busy. The water park was packed. It was crazy. There was a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, oh, and I saw that Avery Henny guy. The Avery Henry, I think his name is. That has a YouTube channel. And I saw him while we were in line for Shark Attack at the water park. The wave pool was just packed. We were all like kind of like sardines. You know what I'm saying? And like, it was almost to the point. You're like, how many people saw like the videos and the memes are like, oh, they said go to the water park, and it was like in one of the Asian countries. I don't know which one, and they're all on tubes in the wave pool, and everybody's just there, just like everybody, and you can't really move. It was almost to that level. It was busy, and then once we got out of the water park, it was still busy, but I had fun. You know what I mean? Like, I laid in the wave pool in the lazy river like a dead log just floating around. The water wasn't crazy hot. It wasn't crazy cold. It was just right. It was beautiful. It was perfect. I had a great day. Devin decided not to go because he wanted to stay at my parents' house, eat tacos, go to Sonic, and then help them clean. But me, Jeremy, Luco, and some people, we went. I met up with Harrison Carmichael, one of my good ace buddies that I saw. So I hung out with him for a little bit in the morning. We saw Justin hanging out. I had a great day. I don't even have a complaint. I get it. The food lines were horrible. It seems like the park was understaffed. Like they just couldn't keep up with the amount of people. Food lines were so long. It was hot. I did not go to bed the night before because I was editing videos. Then I happened to look at the clock and I went, oh crap, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, at that point, I'm like, why am I gonna go to bed and then wait and then not get to Six Flags? So I stayed up, and then when it was time to leave, I woke up Jeremy. We got there. We stopped at FL Roberts on the way to Six Flags, by Six Flags, and we got 2 cans of Coke. I took a few sips and then dumped it out so I could get ERT in the morning, which they had ERT on Superman, Catwoman's Whip, Gotham City Gauntlet, Wicked Cyclone, Scrambler. I forgot what else, so I did that. I was talking to some of the workers at the park. It was a great day. Went to Bristol. It was too hot for that parade. It was just ridiculously hot. I don't mind it being hot. It's just the humidity that I was sitting in the shade having a cigarette and I was sweating. It was just so hot and humid and it was just nothing. And then, we went to the water park. We were fine. But then, because of the heat and I didn't want to wait in a long line for food, and then, I couldn't have a cabana, so I had a locker. So, every once in a while I'd go have a cigarette and then we'd go get the drink bottle. We weren't leaving that around. So then we'd go fill that up a few times and then put it back in the locker. I was starting to feel sick. And then thankfully Luco had Jeremy's pass in his phone inside the app. And while he was waiting for food, I said, just get me some chicken fingers so me and Jeremy could eat something. We had to eat something because if not, I was probably going to pass out and be sick because my stomach was starting to get sick. And it was just crazy. So it was hot. I had a great time. And then after the fireworks were pretty good. And then they had that awesome after party. They had the Boston's 94.5, jamming 94.5. They had all the crazy lights. They had all the fog bubbles. Bubbles with fog. It was great. And those I live streamed it on SFNEOnline's Facebook twice. And then I live streamed it on my Facebook. Just so people, it was awesome. The phone party thing was cool. I even messaged when I came home from the park. I even messaged the park. I'm like, that was awesome. I'm like, you need to do more of that. I'm like, it was cool. The whole atmosphere, the vibe was just great. No, Monkey Master, I do not want to smell your stinky feet. Speaking of stinky feet, you should probably go take a shower there, sonny boy. So, yeah, overall, it was a great time. I had a great last weekend at Pintastic. I have to say, through this, and I just want to say now to everybody watching, even before, later, after, whatever, I know this ace election stuff really isn't for everybody. People hate politics. I'm guilty of that. I hate politics. But I threw my hat in the ring, and I figured I would let you guys know what's going on because a lot of fans of SFNEOnline that are ace members, they're coming out in full force like an army, and it's great. And hopefully that, when we'll find out August 11th if I win. And if I do, we can get right to work on making the changes and doing things. And, which is great. And if I lose, I'm not going to sit there and put my head down in shame. You're not going to see me screaming and yelling like a crybaby. I have made other plans to work with people and higher up stuff to make sure that people get to know me, and then in 2 years, I'll run again. And if I lose, I'm just going to keep coming back until I win. Eventually, we got to run out of ace members that don't want to run for office so that someday I'll win. I hope. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for you guys. And, I know that you're probably like, he's talking about the election again. Once July 15th, which is 10 days, all this sharing of these videos and stuff about it, and that stops. So you just got 10 more days of this, and then we go. I mean, we're still doing everything we do, and it'll be good. So I apologize if the election thing isn't your thing and it's kind of like turning you off. I apologize, and those that love it, thank you for the support. It actually means a lot that the people, anybody that supports it and that supports this movement, I appreciate it. I really do. Win or lose, we did a great thing. And I think no matter what, we're going to get change either way. I think that's what's going to happen. And if I win, even if I don't win, besides the millennials, the young kids, ones that, anybody that can volunteer in an event, do so. I'm on this mission to make sure that we bring in the young kids, the young people, and bring in new people. But we need to get everybody involved. And I know people are like, and I'm guilty of this. I've done this many a times. So if you're an A's member, listen to me on this. I know there's a lot of politics and there's a lot of stuff going on. And we all know the stuff going on. The best way to combat that is to become involved. And eventually, you become top dog. And hopefully, for those that are new and into this, hopefully you don't get caught up in all that and then become one of those people. We don't want that. We want to make sure we have inclusion. Everybody's having fun. That's what it's all about. That's what I want. But the only way it works is if you also throw your hat in the ring. Volunteer at events. Help when you can. If you want this, here's the problem. If you don't volunteer and help out, eventually the club dies. And the reason is because you run out of people that are willing to volunteer and willing to help. And then you're going to lose it all because and I get it, and like I said, I'm guilty of this. You want to go to the event, you want to go to ERT, you don't want to miss nothing, you want to have fun, you don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? And what I would love to see, even if and please, I don't want this to be like real politics if I lose and people start like fighting and arguing and going, you stink, and none of that. We'll be better than that. I know, don't worry about that. Because I'll be back in 2 years when the election's back up again and back at it. But whatever you want to call them, millennials, young people, they are the future. We need to move, and we need to, we just need to move on. We need to progress. This whole, was what people have been telling me, the old God. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Forget the old God. The way I look at it is, it feels like I awoke a beast. Yeah, I know, millennials are 35 and down. It feels like because I threw my hat in the ring, I awoken a beast inside Ace. Like I said a little earlier, it seems like I started like what a lot of people are calling a mini revolution. You had what they call what the people were calling the old guard. They were the ones that were running unopposed and so on and so forth. And then you have myself, and you have Luco, and now the only position that wasn't that was still unopposed was for treasurer, which was Sherry Armstrong. Nobody was running against her. She's automatically going to win that position. So, but we need to get people involved and helping so we can grow this. And the best way to do that, and I did it, ask Luco. I'm a bag of wind. I've been talking nonstop from 8:30. So we know I can talk a good game. I'm a good salesman. Like yesterday at the park, I talked in the smoking section over by Goliath. I was talking to this guy, and then we were talking about coasters and stuff, and da-da-da-da, and he was asking me about this ride, and then it came up, how many times have you ridden it? And he hadn't tried it, and I was like, dude, you got to try it. And and then I told him about, the commercial shoot and all this. He's like, how do you get involved in that? And I told him blah, 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 blah. And he's like, when I go home, I got to do that. So, he took down the information for Ace. And then Later on, I went back to that same spot, and then like these two other guys, and then we were talking, da 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 da, and then it was like, oh, I want, yeah, that's cool, that's awesome. So, it's just how I am. I have a lot of love for the club, and I want to grow it, and we need the young people. If we just relied on the old people, well, then the club will die. So, like I said, to all the young people out there, whether you're a millennial or you're a newborn, and you're listening to this, get involved. That's the best thing you can do. If you're from New England, email Russ. Talk to Russ. And say, hey, look, I want to volunteer. What can I do to help? Whatever region that you're in, you can go on ACE's website. You can find the rep. Go to the rep locator, and you will find the rep in your respective region, and go look. And then you say, hey, I want to get involved. Say, what can I do to help? The more people that do that, that's how that's how ACE grows. That's how ACE not only survives but thrives. Until people do that. If everything stays the same, I give ACE 10 years and then it's dead. So unless people get involved and get ready for change and try to move it into the future, that's what's going to happen. I'm calling it now. So that's why if I win, even if I don't win, I'm just going to try to motivate people to get off their butts, donate a little bit of their time. I mean, if you go to the Nor'easter event and say, hey, I want to help, and then you do registration check-in, you're not missing anything. You're just sitting in a chair checking off people. When they do it by certain letter groups, once everybody in your group is that you're done. You get all your stuff and you put it away, and then once everything's all set in the front and everybody's checked in, guess what? You go on with the event. Then you have your lunch and take pictures and watch and have fun, and they do. There's ways to help, even at a coaster event. I've helped at coaster events. I've done registration. I've set up things. I've helped, ran events. They won't kill you for a little bit of time. You're not going to miss out on a lot by volunteering. Trust me on this. I used to think you were going to miss ERT or you were going to miss something because you're not. Trust me, by helping, you do a great service. Just letting you know. So enough of my bag of wind talking about that. So this weekend we're having a 4th of July party at Jessica's house, and then we're going tubing somewhere in Connecticut. And so I'm going to bring my water camera for that and record, see how that turns out. It's got to be funny. My dad's going, Jessica's mom's going, Luco, the kids, Jessica, me. It should be a good time. Should be. So it's definitely going to be fun. Definitely going to be fun. So we'll make a video about that just so you can see going down. Yeah, we're going tubing. It's going to be, I think it's going to be fun. I can only imagine what's going to happen. There's got to be, something funny has to happen. I can't see it not, because I remember when I went whitewater rafting and I had the greatest time ever on that. So we'll see. And then the weekend after that, it will be Ace Day at Lake Compounce. So I don't know how many of you are actually going to that event. I know I'm going, Luco's going, the kids are going. I think Jessica and Alyssa's going. I think our buddies Danielle and Jimmy are going, and whoever else is going. And if you see me at a park, don't hesitate to come and say hi. I don't know who everybody is. I haven't personally met like John Cafaro. I haven't met him. I've met Marcus Bean, obviously Luco. I've met Marcus, the Monkey Master, because he's my kid. I've met a lot of people that are on this. And if you see me, I'm not going to be like, hey, why are you bothering? I'm not that kind of guy. Unless I was having a bad day and you saw like I was a grumpy little munchkin and I'm just sitting there. Still say hi. It might brighten my day. I don't know. But, if I know somebody's an ACE member or somebody's having a bad time, I try to make people happy. That's the whole thing. I try to make sure everybody has a good day. That's what I do. I don't know why. I don't know why I care so much, but I do. I'm just that kind of good guy, I guess. I saw a lot of that at Con, and I made sure I reached out to as many people as I could. And anybody in ACE that I saw, I made sure at least waved, said hi, something. Not because I was running for office, just because like I said before, how I felt. I just don't want anybody not to feel included. So if you see me, say hi. Make sure you say hi. We can hang out, ride some rides together, and have some fun. That's what life's about. Have fun, chill out, have a great day, do your thing. It'll be good. All right, so I think that's all I have for tonight. We'll get going. We'll be back next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll get the thing done. I'm gonna go and start cleaning up and moving pinballs around. I was trying to determine where I want. I think the new one's just gonna go right here next to here. I just move some machines over a little bit. I don't have to do too much, but I gotta clean the spot up over here. That will be good. So I will see you guys next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. If you see me at a park or wherever, make sure you say hi. And until next time, everybody, have a great weekend. Have lots of fun. And keep on coasting, y'all. Peace out.